newcomer to Eurovision. Buffalo Brehney, now living in Wigan. He has wrestled all over the world, extensively in the United States of America. Buffalo Brehney. And here comes his opponent. We've seen this man many, many times on Eurosport. A truly great heavyweight from Salford in Manchester, Steve Casey. There he is, Buffalo Brehney, a professional wrestler for 20 years. Now a part-time professional wrestler with a flourishing garage business in Wigan in Lancashire. Steve Casey of Salford against Buffalo Brehney of Wigan. A marvellous face on Buffalo Brehney for a wrestler. This man has seen it all. He's been all over the world. Started his life as a rugby league player for Wigan and then decided to become a professional wrestler and went to the United States of America. Now he's back living in Wigan, running a successful garage in the town of Wigan, and is a part-time professional wrestler. Both these men standing over 6'4" and both weighing over 19 stone. Two proverbial powerhouses.
Hey! Venez, s'il vous plaît. Allez! Je vois, attention les doigts dans les yeux, flexif, coup bas. Ok, l'un comme l'autre. Attention au coup bas, disqualification, que le meilleur gagne. Messieurs les lutteurs frères.
Here we go, let's wrestle.
Laissez-le.
Big, powerful man who wants his own way, this man from Wigan.
Hey!
Brehney, a master of many sports, having first been a very, very accomplished amateur wrestler at the famous Riley Gym in Wigan. On the floor at the moment, Steve Casey. You older fans will remember his father, Wild Angus Campbell, a legend in his own lifetime. Wild Angus was one of the best heavyweights ever to grace British rings. Originally from Inniskillen in Northern Ireland, before he fulfilled his wishes of becoming a professional wrestler, and in order to do so, moving to Salford. In Salford, he became a truly great British heavyweight. And his son that we're watching here tonight is equally a great wrestler, Steve Casey. Not wanting to use his father's name in wrestling, wanting to make his own way. Look at that. Every move that Wild Angus knew, he has taught Steve Casey. Both these men are really good technical wrestlers. Good bridge there by Casey. Head scissors being held on by Brehney. Casey trying to power his way out. Brehney waiting for him to come up. And out he comes. And a good cartwheel by Casey. He wasn't falling for that. Toe and ankle hold by Brehney. Casey tries for the spin out, but this time he doesn't get it. Good leg trap by Casey, and he goes for the toe and ankle hold. Much of the old style of British wrestling coming out here, the best of British wrestling, some very, very clever moves, which we rarely see in today's rings. Back in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, there were far more technical moves than there are now. Some of the better moves have been forgotten in lieu of wrestlers continually using clotheslines and all Americanized moves. It's lovely to see some old-fashioned British wrestling here. We've seen more variety of holds here than we have in some 10 other matches. Both these men know exactly what they're doing in there. Casey comes up with a side headlock on Brehney. Good strong tackle, neither wrestler willing to give an inch here. Brehney trying to use the hair against Casey on the blind side of Charlie Boulay. No, Charlie Boulay saw it and says break the hold. Casey going for the press too. Notice how well these men move. It's always difficult to judge a man's height on television, but believe me, both these men are over 6'4", and a terrific leg trap there by Casey. It really is a pleasure to watch all these moves, a repertoire of moves coming from both wrestlers. If one move doesn't succeed, they go straight on to the next one. And this time, Casey going for the backbreaker. But Brehney can stand the pain. There's no danger of submission here. It's not on well enough, but it's nice to see these old moves being executed by these wrestlers. That's the first clothesline of the night. Well, I'm sure all you fans will agree with me. It is really great to watch this variety of holds. Truly good wrestling holds, as opposed to clothesline after clothesline after clothesline. I know a clothesline is effective, but surely this is wrestling at its best.
4, 5. En arrière. En arrière, s'il vous plaît.
Stand back, says
Dégagez.
Charlie Belay. Oh, and a good suplex there, and he covers Casey too. Casey pushes out. Well, Brehney is in special training to meet Big Daddy in a special challenge match at Rill on April the 19th at 7:30 at the Coliseum Theatre. That's his next big match. A special challenge is thrown to Big Daddy to meet him at the Coliseum in Rill. That'll be some match. But a good dive by Casey to pin his man, claims the leg, 2, and Brehney powers his way out. Brehney was a bit slow there. And out goes Casey.
Bras de projection dehors du ring. Voici un avertissement. Qu'est-ce que ce travail? En arrière.
Casey looking the worse for wear. Sand of the floor on the floor of this arena. That won't help at all. But Brehney can't get him into the ring. This is a sports hall come circus arena with sand on the floor, which at the moment is all over Casey's back. Could be dangerous, could really go in somebody's eyes. And a really good uppercut of an elbow there. One a good flying elbow by Casey, and he goes for the pin again, but Brehney is under the ropes. It wouldn't have counted. Brehney being the most Americanized of the two, having wrestled extensively, and now carries a whip with him, and he is mistakenly going to bring the whip into use. No, referee Charlie Belay has seen it. Leave it alone, he says. There's no need for this. Brehney is an accomplished wrestler. He doesn't need the whip, but he seems to think otherwise. Casey is blinded by the sand, and here comes Brehney. What a shame. It really is a shame that, oh, and he throws him by the throat with the whip. Well, it really is a shame that the bout, which was fast and clever and sporting, is deteriorating into this. And Brehney is cracking the whip. And he whips Casey. Well, this is really totally unnecessary. And from my point of view, I can only say that the next time I'll see Brehney will be at the Coliseum Rill on Sunday, April the 19th, Easter Sunday. And I certainly hope when he's up against Big Daddy that Big Daddy whips him. He certainly deserves it. Casey is thrown back into the ring. And Brehney is spoiling a good contest by using the whip. And the whip has dropped by Casey's foot, and Casey is tempted into taking it. Now this is very, very foolish on behalf of Casey as well. Ooh, and he drives the end of the whip straight into Brehney's midriff. But thankfully he's thrown the whip away. Let's have some wrestling, lads. That's the name of the game. And a good elbow is dropped by Casey. Oh, and a leg drop straight across Brehney. He's going for the pin. 2, 3. Yes, he's got it. And referee Charlie Belay has given it. The winner from Salford, there he is, standing 6'4", Steve Casey.
Eurosport.